Who was he?
Don.
Don Rickles. Look at this. He shot a bear and made an outfit.
Thank you.
How are you?
Fine, thank you, Don. Nice
You
to
know
see
what
you.
that is? That's ultra suede.
Oh, good. Well, how long have you had this?
I was waiting for you to sit down.
Oh, I thought it was an arthritis attack. I didn't know.
I always wait for my guests to sit first.
Sit down.
There you are.
Gonna strap me in, or can I talk first? Bob Newhart on an airplane. We're up. Hi, John. How are you? Thanks so much for the CPO Sharky plug. You're just a sweetheart. The way you make my career roll right along. I've known you now. How many years do we know each other?
Well, at least 18, 19 years, something
And I'm
like
fed
that.
up. You started me in the old days in New York, in Basin Street East. We
That's
go back
right.
that far.
That's right.
And you hung around New York and ran to every club in town. Buddy Rich is your idol, I understand.
Well, we've made a few rounds.
Yeah, you, Buddy Rich, and all those days. And Ed, you weren't there then. You were in Jersey with your wife saying, "You want more taffy?" And, how's Victoria, your
Fine,
lovely
she's
wife?
fine, thank
She's
you.
got a lovely wife.
Yes.
11.
Yes, she does.
She's 11, isn't she? 11 years old. I found her yesterday in the park going, "With my Eddie, where's my Eddie?" I married a nice, conservative, Jewish,
Yes.
lovely girl.
Lovely Barb.
Some 4 whatever. She don't like to bring up the age, but it's starting to show. The neck is starting to hang a little bit. Gets up in the morning with the robe on. You got to tell it like it is, John. Well, you're married to Joanna, but I don't, you guys have had problems in life.
What do you mean problems?
Hey, you guys have been to battle a lot of times, I took one shot at the big sky, and scored. Wife just laid there and went, "It's Halloween." Anyway,
But you didn't get married. You're what, 37, 38?
what do you mean I didn't get married?
I mean, you
what
got
am I, a
married.
Mau fighter pilot? Of course I got married.
But you waited till you were 37 or 38.
Of course, I want to go through what you did, Your Honor. And I say, is this man unkind? Don't be nervous, guys. I'm between two guys. Hey, but you got to find yourself. See, you came out of Nebraska. You came out of Jersey. You were young, mixed up, confused. I was in heat 24 hours a day. I used to go on the highway and go, "I'm lonely. Help me, anybody. A monkey, a dog, a rabbit, anybody, help me."
I remember you back there.
Yeah, that's
you
right.
were chasing...
Singers. I always went for
You
singers.
did. I remember the names of some.
That was my big... No, let's not bring up names. That's, you make a little trouble when you bring up names.
Okay.
Because I could bring up a couple of things about you and you'd be in court again.
You
Your
don't
Honor.
have... Never mind that. I'm not
Ed's sitting there
particularly-
laughing, going, "Oh, I hope you don't bring up any names." See, Johnny can handle it better than you. He acts casual here. You folks don't know this man. I tell you about the inside of both these guys. They sit out here like it's blood brothers. Blood brothers. Blood brothers. They love each other. Oh, cochisa, suck wrist. Blood brothers. Then the show's over. See you later, Charlie. But America I keep walking around like I'm lonely. But America doesn't know. These guys, when you work together, you don't see each other that much. Although I heard you went out to see Buddy Rich together.
Yes, we go out occasionally.
I get my, you go out. You called me a few times. You said, "Don't tell Johnny." Well, Johnny has two groups. You and I have the basic people. He has the A group. He's like Sinatra now.
Oh, yes.
He and Joanna sit with Gregory Peck. Greg? Greg? I'll tell Frank about you, though. Sinatra likes you.
Yeah.
I don't, it's a strange thing. You've been in Sinatra's company many times. You've asked your wife, Joanna, to say, "Introduce me to Frank." And Frank always stood in the corner and went, "Oh, well, mate." And Frank doesn't talk like that. That's the guy behind him. Of course, he always has a lot of Italian guys around. I only talk about Sinatra mainly because he's been so very kind to me. You know what he did? Did you get invited to Israel
Yes.
by Frank?
Yes.
It's on the list. Never figured he was on the... Were you invited?
Yes.
Then what good is the trip?
There are 500 people.
Two Gentiles and the only Jew on the trip.
All of these people were invited. They're in the audience.
I thought it was a big deal. Then Frank invited everybody.
That's right.
Then forget it. Havana, Gila, Havana. We'll no, it'll become a rally, and then we'll have to raise money.
Have you ever... You've been to Israel, haven't you?
Yes.
You have been to Israel.
It will take your breath away. It is magnificent.
That's what I
And I went
understand.
with Newhart, and you know.
Oh.
Bob is German-Irish, a good Catholic, the best Catholic in the world, as you are a good Catholic. You trip once in a while, but sometimes when the priest wanted to hit you with the water, he went, nah, better not. Anyway. I love on Easter when you guys eat those cookies.
Oh, no.
No, don't worry about it. The Almighty laughs. He has a sense of humor. Of course. I'm a Jew. I have nothing to fear. Laugh. I feel like Broderick Crawford in a bad movie. Look at the notes once in a while.
I don't
We'll find
care
out what
about
the...
them. No, I've
Look at
known you
this.
2 years.
A kidnap. Look at this. The man has fan mail. Dear John, I'm 11. I'm lonely. Help me.
It was a letter I was going to read earlier, and I didn't
This
get around.
night, February 21st, you explain... May I read this?
I have to explain what it's about, because
Then I'd rather not read it.
for the
It's
series.
crossed out here like, I'm locked in a cabin, find me.
How long has your show been on now? Sharky. Was this the first season?
Hey, I can't believe it. No, the second.
Second season.
We're rolling. You kidding? 3 executives at NBC went, it's on twice? But I am delighted with the show. We got a great cast, and I am just proud of the darn thing because the Navy, I was in the Navy, you were in the Navy, you were an ensign.
That's right.
And you were?
Colonel.
Colonel.
What were you?
Hi, Colonel. What was I? I was a seaman first class, kissing you know-what.
Seaman first class in what division? What was yours?
What division? What division? Well, the division was painting. That
You
was-
know what I'm talking about.
What
Were-
division? All of a sudden, I became a chemist.
Were you in-
What division
Were you
was
in-
the basis of your Navy career?
Were you in gunnery, communication?
Gunnery? No. We didn't have, in those days, as you know, we didn't have radar. There was no radar. Ed, you up?
Yes.
There was no radar.
No radar.
You were a fighter pilot, right?
Yes, sir.
How did they get him in a cockpit?
Are you in, Ed? Come on, Ed. I'm in. Battle stations, I'm in. Let me get the cockpit.
Did we hit? Are we over Guadalcanal? Ed, you're fat, and get out of my life.
What were you in the Navy?
I was a seaman first class in the Navy. I went over the side of the ship. I had a coxswain. Navy expressions. That's right. And he was a guy that was in charge of the deck crew. And he went, all hands, all hands. Put that down close to me. The boom man, the one with the hearing problem. 40 million boom men, we got to get Johnny Ray's uncle. No, come here.
All hands, all hands. All hands are going on.
And the whole crew went, what?
You're hot. On a roll. We'll be right back. We are back, and we're talking with Donald Rickles.
We kid around. You know, you know what? I don't know why I get very... I said to Shirley Wood, one of your staff, and who's been with you for years,
Yeah.
and you had, we go back to Rockville Center, New York, when I used to come on and just perspire for the sake of perspiring, you know. Malaria was, forget about it, a disease that I had automatically. And I realize now that we know each other 14 years or more.
At least.
And you started me on this show. And Flip Wilson's the only other guy that had ever said, started on the CARSON show. You know, and you hate to get like, thank you, Johnny, thank you. You know, I've thanked you many times, you know. Oh, boy, did I thank you. But you were always a great guy. You always kept saying, did you thank me? And Ed always, good old Ed, always backed it up by saying, did you thank Johnny? And my whole life has been thank you. And now I tell you guys, I don't need you.
You got it. Got your own
That's
show?
the old
Sailing
joke.
along?
You don't need it. But I got news. You need everybody in this business. But you have signed a $3 million deal to appear here once a week.
No, what do you... No.
And with a clause in if you're moody, maybe. Because Ed told me that. He said, what a deal he's got. Huh? I got to sit on the couch like a moron, and I was a colonel. This guy was only an ensign. Boy, if World War II'd start again, he'd start saluting me and do that old trick again, you know. Shining the old apple, you know. Tell him what you told me, Ed, how you fed up and you want to get your own show. Guy wants to walk out. Speak up, Ed. Let him know it here and now. We are fed up, right, Ed?
Right, Don.
Ed, control yourself. It's a joke, Johnny. Let's get up and do our usual thing, Johnny.
Hey,
we'll tell you later.
did you surf aboard ship when you were in the service?
Yeah, I was on the AGP-13. We did 2 knots an hour. The Japanese at that time came in and went, oh, look at that. And all of us went, to your gun stations, and we went the other way. No, being...
Did you rise in a rank in this? You went in as a seaman, apprentice seaman.
What are you, with the CIA?
Am
I up on some sort of charges?
I've never talked to you about
No, you never
your,
did. You were
your,
like, all right, let's get down.
service
But may
record.
I ask you in rebuttal what you did, okay? I'll tell you. First of all, I went to Sampson, New York. Where were you stationed?
All over. Cherry Point, North Carolina.
So was
Toro.
manure, but that don't make it a station.
What do you want? We
All over. Why, the Charlie
You
Hero
know
we
one
got on our
base?
hands.
How many bases?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. He's home, folks. Welcome him back. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. He's home. All over. What do you think he and I were doing? He was an ensign going, I wet my pants. And I was a seaman first class going, I don't like fighting. And those other guys went, over here. And Japanese, you are my dear friends, really. I got no...
How many do you know?
Huh? Well,
How many Japanese do you know?
I never knew. I saw one prisoner at the time of the war, and they are now our dear friends. In fact, I love them so much, my kid has all their toys.
I didn't know.
But, Don leading host, 1-0.
That's right.
But, really, I tell you, I was frightened to death, but it was a great experience. You have 2 kids, 2 fine sons. 3. Is that in a trailer camp?
That was it.
How many kids you have?
I have 4.
They're going to phone you in the morning. Anyway, and I have 2.
Yes.
And I have 1 in the Philippines. But, hey, the war was on. I was lonely. I ran after a truck. What did I know? You want candy? Like a dummy, I stopped. But,
I think my original question was, did you rise above seaman first class?
his original question, right?
Yeah.
No, I never went beyond seaman first class. Primarily because I wasn't bright enough. I put myself down a little bit because respecting Newhart and you, college, I never went to college. I always dreamed.
Well, I didn't mean to bring... I wasn't
No,
putting you down by
you,
saying...
no, you didn't bring me down. I'm saying it myself. I mean, I need help, doctor. But I always respected education. I really did. I came up from middle-class America without having too much of education. In other words, I was the only guy during the Regents in high school that was caught doing this, and the teacher said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm cheating. And the teacher, who was a lot of fun then, had little boils on the neck, one of those teachers, and went had a beer and said, you're thrown out of the class. And I blew it. And I went to Newtown High School, and I was the head of the Dramatic Society. And there's a lot of fallacy about actors, you know, that we skip around, you know, the stories. When we were kids, as an actor, in Nebraska, they didn't have those. You never saw a guy, you know, skipping the woods in Nebraska. Oh, you did, huh? I can't picture that. Sam, where's the tractor? But, I didn't know. I thought they were too busy milking all the time. But, you're a colonel. Wake up, huh? Battle stations. Ooga, ooga, ooga. I know you. You were saying, I'll be with you in a minute, Alice. But anyway, well, he was married once. Hey, guys, don't face reality. I'm married to a lovely Barbara, really. I'm going to go home tonight. She'll probably be in heat. They're always in heat when you are not ready. Isn't it the truth? I can see now, hi, pussycat, and I got to go by the bed and go, meow, meow.
Are you still doing that ridiculous game?
Yeah, one night I was a werewolf, but that got out of hand.
Yeah,
I know where it is.
Okay.
Cheer up. Go ahead. Read the commercial and think of the $6 million on you.
We'll be right back. How about
So
that?
rich. You're so rich.